Yes.
And then you then write him a message. You write Mr. Van Wyk, you say, kindly prepare, Gwabe will be coming to finalize the issue of the appointment cards today.
Yes.
I've already given him a clue. So what I'm asking is, this message from you to Mike,
Yes.
did it relate to the same cards that you are discussing with the evidence leader right now?
Yes, Commissioner.
Okay.
Yes, Commissioner.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Commissioner. Then I conclude, and I'd like to make this proposition to you, that you established this quote-unquote unit called PISCO in association with inter alia Mr. Van Wyk, in terms of which you appointed certain people, including Mr. Matala, as peace officers in circumstances where you knew authorization and approval was required, but you had not obtained that approval. Do you have a comment?
Yes, I've got a comment.
Please do.
You see, I know now we are individualizing it to Matlala. This operation didn't look at only Matlala, or this project didn't look at only Matlala. You see, we looked at different security companies. I've said that many times. You see, I know the name and everything. That is why it was detected by our team that there's this individual. You see, by the time they didn't know they didn't know him, that the black person and the white person, that they, out of all the people that were heavy. But that's your conclusion.
Do you accept that the only evidence that we have is in relation to the people associated with Mr. Van Wyk's entity and or Mr. Matala, and that you have not produced any evidence that this project involved more people than Mr. Van Wyk? I'm talking about evidence. Will you accept that you haven't tendered any evidence?
On the second day, on the first day, when I presented, I said, Commissioners, I'm suspended. I can't get hold of documents and everything. The evidence leader said, don't worry, we'll assist you. You see, I know that there's a team that does investigation and everything. I thought by that time, this time you have said, we've got this and this and this and this and this. Because one of the things, again, that I felt that it is important, that's why I mentioned, is the issue of training too. That there was training. If there was thorough investigation, you are also going to get names and everything there. Because it's the division that is not in me, I can't interfere. It is somebody who deals with that, and it's still there. They are not suspended. They are operational. This is not the only thing where you promise that we'll investigate that, we'll investigate that. I thought by this time we'll be presenting, then say, these are the documents, yeah, you are correct, yeah, you are not correct. Because what pains me, Chairperson, is that with other people who are testifying, you are able to tell them that you are cleared, you are correct. But with me, why? Even if there are documents that are produced, Chairperson, my statement is thick, this, with many documents. That's why I was complaining that the other document I've attached there, that talks to this project, that talks to this. But I see that I'm concluding today. It's fine. But those documents are part of the evidence. If you can sit and check some of the things and go to college, go to what with these people that I'm mentioning, I'll be cleared in this thing. Because this is not Mkhwanazi's thing. It happened that I led it, I'm in operation, and I even said that there was a meeting of management of EMPD, you see, which was not even chaired by me. I was tasked to run with this thing. I've said it on the first day. It is part of the statement that I've attached. It's part of the supplementary statement. It is part of, I don't know how to call it, the other statement where I argued and requested the commission, please look at that statement because I feel your statement is not covering everything. It is part of that, Chair. I've been mentioned on that.
Commissioner, I don't know, maybe I did not understand.
I'm crying, Chairperson, I'm protesting.
Maybe I did not understand you correctly. You seem to suggest differential treatment insofar as you are concerned,
yes,
as
Chair.
Opposed to
yes,
how
Chair.
Other witnesses were treated. Can you please explain that?
Chairperson, when I came in here, it's section 10, they said 10 submitted document with why people are fighting me in the department. Because I'm investigating, I mentioned companies. I mentioned some of the project. It was said, no, don't worry, we'll see that, you see. I've responded with documentation, with everything that I know. Those that I don't know. But 99.9, there's evidence that documents talk to that. You see, for example, there was an issue of me stealing cables in Val. It was pure lies. I even submitted an evidence that the operation of cables, it was in the eastern part of Mpumalanga, and those cables were recovered. They were stolen in Cape Town Park. There's evidence, there are photos, there are number of units that were part of it, and they worth this money. All that thing of it was lies. It was, the person who presented there, he spoke. Can I use the one word that I will never use in my word? He used it. The commission didn't correct him. Revo spoke nonsense. When he was presenting as a witness, he used to say, I'm a criminal, I was talking nonsense. There, and even IPT, when they came in, they said he lied in that thing. There was nothing like that in Triangle. But because he wanted to paint me as this criminal, and it was believed, and it was taken. And I produced document that counteracted that evidence that I had by that time. I may not have everything now, but that evidence having a case number where SAP data on those cables were booked, the vehicle, the arrested driver, and the teams that participated, and the statement from SAPS thanking all the teams, EMPT and other security companies, that yes, that cable was recovered and this thing. And it's quiet about that. You see, there's not even an apology that, okay, here you're not cleared, but here you are cleared. You see, to me, it's wrong. And the public, they perceive me. I told you that I'm living in house arrest now, Chairperson, because the evidence that I submitted, you see, but I've said it's fine. The commission is having it. When they do their conclusion, maybe one day in their recommendation, they will peruse these documents and see that. But part of the evidence, this person has submitted these things. With the proof, I even provided contact numbers within the department that with this project, you can ask this person, this is how much of money that was paid. This project was not supposed to be concluded with such amount, and this project is not concluded, Chairperson. I know this project is not concluded, but people were paid 80 million. Some families, some people in the management, they came with their family to rectify the structure or the building that the municipality has paid in. I've provided all those evidences, you see. And to tell you, Commissioner, leading evidence can tell you, I think you are in page 20. You are looking at Mkhwanazi, any other evidence, but it's fine. You see, I've submitted, I made sure that to get all the documents in everything that is saving. I know that the witnesses, for example, Commissioner, I raised the issue of Kilebohile Tipa, that she lied in public that I wanted to kidnap. Even the car registration, she said she got it at Ignatis, it belonged to me. I've said we can go to Ignatis system now. She cried, wanted sympathy from public, but she lied in public about me kidnapping her. There's no even a single day. I even told the commissioner that I was not even aware that I'm investigated for this thing. There's no single day where she came to me or she talked public about me. The only thing, I even said it. I know Commissioner Kuma was asking something. I even said, even now when you go to my area, every Thursday or Wednesday, there's an article about Mkhwanazi. It was there before she was suspended. It was quiet. She's back again. There's an article about Julius Mkhwanazi every day. It's every Wednesday. It's Julius Mkhwanazi. It's a character assassination. And it has happened, and it is happening, and the commission's allowing it. My request, Chairperson, is that...
We can't control what the media is publishing, except in those instances where there may be a basis for us to have our spokesperson correct inaccuracies, for example.
Yes.
Yeah, but ordinarily we would do that insofar as it concerns the commission.
Yeah. Chairperson, I'm not a crybaby. My child, I'm having case numbers, was nearly kidnapped. Every time when people are talking here, I was called by the detective, by the principal, by the mother of the child. She was picked up, identified at the school. When they were called, the principal confirmed, yes, we saw in the camera. She called her by her name inside the school. After school, she went there and identified. The child went to the office. There's a case that has been opened. False criminal cases, it's not discussed there. 2 cases were opened against me by the people who were at my house taking photos. I went out, I jumped, I got that person driving a security company vehicle he does not have an appointment card. You see, I don't cry, but I said, no, what, let me
yeah.
participate in the commission,
Commissioner,
let me behave.
Commissioner, I hope I will not sound lacking in empathy.
Yes.
I understand everything you have said, but this debate stems from my question as to the question of differential treatment that you have suggested. I think what you have said now has strayed far away from that simple question. May I ask this, and please give me a direct answer. If you say there's differential treatment, you are treated differently as against which other witnesses? I heard you mention Commissioner Rivo's piece. Is that one of the people that you feel were treated more favorably and you more harshly? Is he one of the people you are referring to? Or not? Is he one of them? Is he one of them?
Yes, the chief of police.
You've also, and
the
chief of police, and also, are those
Yes.
the people?
All the witnesses that
are
are
those the
testifying-
people you are referring to?
Are
Those the three people you are referring to?
Yes, let me
only
say so.
only those, or
If I remember others, I will just make an affidavit and send it to you, Chair. Because I'm aggrieved, I must do that. I feel that I must do that. And the way I'm being questioned like, hey, this is a criminal, but other people which I submitted evidence that is having a proof, they are sweet out of the commission. They are sweet out of the commission, Chair. That's what, I'm not saying I do
okay.
that, but
No,
that's why I see things.
I just wanted to get an idea of the substance of the complaint. I think I do have at least as close enough a picture as possible. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Chair. Commissioner Mkhwanazi, before you provided this detail, I'd asked you about not providing evidence, and you did indicate, or you did state that the evidence leaders had indicated because you are under suspension, should you require access to certain documentation, you must advise us, and we'll assist. We'll try and assist you to the extent that we are able to obtain such documents. Correct?
May I read this? Commission of Inquiry into criminality, political interference, corruption in the system of criminal justice. That means this is part of investigations. You are not supposed to ask me as evidence leader. When I mention names, like I mentioned on the first day, because I forget, time goes, you see. And you promised that when I say this, I don't know, this I know, these are the names. You said, no, don't worry. We'll do it on your behalf. In fact, you have been saying on a daily basis, and I've been agreeing. And when I come back, I said, but to Madam here, she's betraying me, you see. Especially these ones that I feel that these things are very sensitive, you see. Like this one, I'm humbly requesting you to answer you, that can you check that the training was not done, the dates and everything. And I'm definitely sure it was done. And again, I've requested to, I've requested to that, you can go to the office of the DCOP. I presented letters to the office of the chief of police. You can go to the office of the MMC again and check. Maybe they're still having files and everything and engagement. You see, but I know that there were many changes. But please go there to satisfy yourself. I'm humbly requesting you to do that through you, Chair.
The only point I sought to make was to establish that you haven't made the request to the evidence leaders to assist you with obtaining the necessary documentation. I just wanted to place that on record.
For now.
For now and for always.
No, madam. No.
The point is, I accept that we had said, because you are under suspension, if you are struggling to obtain certain documentation from the Ekurhuleni municipality, kindly bring it to our attention, and we will do our best to try and assist and obtain such documents, right? And the point I'm making is, have you ever made such a request to the evidence leaders in respect of any document, and in particular, in respect of documentation pertaining to this peace officer unit? And I'm saying you haven't. And that's all I seek to place on record, unless you can produce that request to the evidence leaders. Are you able to?
Please do that. My humble request, do that to prove that this engagement are there. And I even said last time, you can even check, I've even gave you the names. Check the minutes of EMPT management dated October 2021. I may not remember the specific date. I even checked those minutes again, that this project was known by the management. I was even tasked by the management of EMPT about this project. It's just that along the way, there are these names that came in and it diverted everything now. I'm humbly requesting you again, please check the minutes too. Don't only check that, check the minutes that it was mandated by the management of EMPT. The management of EMPT, it's the deputy chiefs and the directors, which is shared by chief of police, which is having 2 secretaries that are sitting there noting and writing everything. You see, please.
You haven't answered my question. You haven't disputed the fact that you have never made such a request. I suggest to the commissioners that you have never made a request to the evidence leaders to assist you.
No, you committed yourself. That's what I'm saying.
Ms.
Okay,
Silo, can I, hopefully my intervention is helpful, hopefully. We got to this point because you were putting to Commissioner Mkhwanazi that there is no evidence before us of the training and these cards issues. I think that's the proposition, and I'm not.
To be precise, the approval for the...
Yes, you were putting that there's no evidence of approval before us. And that's what leads to this long discussion. It may well be that it's a question of framing, because we have said to other witnesses, Commissioner, that on the evidence that's in front of us, we are unable to find what they were testifying to, but not making it more than that. So it's not to say, I don't think, and Ms. Silo will correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't understand her to say you're lying. I can't think of another word. I didn't. She was simply making the point that as matters stand before the commission, there is nothing that shows what you are saying. And if that is so, Ms. Silo, can I just clarify, get that clarification from you, that you are not saying you have looked, you've gone to the municipality, your investigators have gone there, and there's nothing that supports what you're saying. I don't think you're saying that.
If I may, my response basically was prompted by a claim I understood Commissioner Mkhwanazi to have made, which is that a request was made to us to assist him to obtain these documents. And that's all I sought to address, that no such request was made.
That's a different topic.
Yes.
I'm addressing what prompted him to say, but the information is there, go get it to the municipality. I have told you the information is there. Every time I testify, I tell you this and that information is available. So you were addressing that,
yes,
and rightly so, seeking to place on record that he has not asked the evidence leaders for specific documents. That is not what I'm concerned about. I'm dealing with his understanding of what you were proposing to him with the original question, proposition, what you put to him. And I think that's what got him to say, the information is there in the municipality and you are not collecting it. So my concern is, Commissioner Mkhwanazi should not understand you, if that was not your intention, he should not understand you in the original proposition to have been saying to him, the municipality does not have evidence of that training.
No.
You were not placing it that
Not at
high,
all.
and
Not
I
at
think
all,
that's what got him going, and I wanted to clarify that.
No. Your understanding is correct, Commissioner. Yes. The question was what I posed to Commissioner Mkhwanazi is, I referenced the training and peace officer cards of these people based on his conversation with Mr. Van Wyk in the WhatsApp chats. I don't have, and he has not put any evidence before the commission that it involved a broader group of people beyond Mr. Van Wyk's quote-unquote people. It was to establish that fact, that there is no such evidence. And I'd understood him in retort to suggest that we had undertaken to obtain such evidence and that he had made a request to provide such evidence, and I say that's wholly incorrect. And to the extent that I misunderstand, that he has, and I'm not aware, I invite him to place that the request he made to the evidence leaders before you, and to see the extent to which we, as evidence leaders, failed him.
And I understand.
What Commissioner Mkhwanazi towards the end, because he said so many things, he said, I humbly request that you do it now. And he even gave you dates of the particular meetings that he says approvals, at least for the training, not the implementation, were done. So did I understand you correctly that to the extent that no specific request was made in the past, you are now making that request?
In the past, I was instructed by the evidence leader.
No, focus on, we've moved
yes.
past the,
Yes.
now, what is your request?
Yes, I'm requesting that, and I'm also requesting when you engage with Mike, the dates and the presentation that he did. He did a presentation to the senior management of HODs, and the chief of police was part of that meeting. You see the dates and everything to show that this thing has been, the city knows about it. Because I know that he had a memory stick that time, a memory stick that he showed me that this is what we presented. You see, just that I can't have the documents of that. Can you also do that too?
Can we then do this? During the lunch break, you will write down the dates. You don't have to be specific. If you think it was October 2021, but you don't know the exact date, or it was September, or it was within the last quarter of the year, you will write it down and you will give it to the evidence leaders, and you will mention the specific document so that then they deal with your problem.
Yes, can I also raise the offices to assist?
Yes, and also the person that should assist
Yes,
them.
yes.
And then hopefully that resolves this one issue. Advocate Law, I know you were not done with this line of questioning, but I have a question that is related to
Please
the
go
issue
ahead,
of
Commissioner.
the cards. Commissioner Mkhwanazi, the cards that you gave to Mr. Van Wyk, and you said other people, we must not just focus on Mr. Van Wyk's
Yes.
company, other people. Where are those cards now?
You asked me last time, Commissioner.
No, I'm asking it again,
Yes.
so answer now. Where are those cards?
The answer that I gave it to you is still the same because I'm on suspicion. I can't verify that did they collect all of them or what processes did they take place.
But the ones that they collected, where are they?
I've said you can communicate with Mr. Mkhwanazi. He's the one that deals with card and the other name that I gave.
So you don't know whether they collected them or not?
I couldn't verify because I was not aware even the commission because we cut that thing. Some were collected, some were not even collected.
Okay, let's focus on the ones that were collected. Where are they now?
Some were collected, some were not.
No, I'm saying let's focus on the ones that were collected.
Can you go to the office of Mr. Mkhwanazi?
I'm assuming, let me tell you why I'm asking you this question. I'm assuming that if at 10 o'clock in February of 2021, Mr. Van Wyk came to the EMPD offices to collect the cards, then he would have taken those cards. And he would have either kept them or distributed them to his employees or people who work for him.
I get you, Commissioner. I think
and what I'm interested in is that if those people are in possession of cards that bear the EMPD logo, and you say the implementation of this project was not approved, they cannot be driving around displaying those cards to the members of the public and saying, I work with EMPD, I therefore have authority to search your car or to perform these services. And those cards should then be taken back and collected. That's really where I'm going.
Yes.
That's why I want to understand those cards that were collected, did the EMPD take them back, or are they still in the hands of those people who were issued with the cards?
Let me start by correcting something, Commissioner. I will answer you. For Peace Corps, they don't issue an EMPD emblem. EMPD emblem is only for police officers that are trained.
So what do those cards look like that Mike
No, they will
came
say
to collect?
the city of Ekurhuleni. It's
Yeah,
just
but isn't that the
I don't
same thing?
forget. Now, for police officers, it's different than that one.
Yeah, but I did
It's
not
just that
say-
I don't remember it
Listen
correct
to
now.
the
It's a long
question.
time.
I did not say that the card says you are a police officer. I'm saying the card is issued by EMPD. That's why they had to collect them from EMPD, right?
No, I get
They
you.
did not make their own cards.
Oh,
They had
yes.
to come to EMPD
Yes.
and to collect. So those cards must have a logo, whether it's Ekurhuleni City or it's EMPD. There must be a logo on those cards. Otherwise, why would they be collected from EMPD?
No, Commissioner, we don't issue an EMPD emblem to an